Now, the second claim made by the writer of this article is that actually South Africa's legal system is also on trial here. Do you find that?
Well, I think it's been scrutinized because the world is looking at what happens in court. You know, the Americans say, well, hang on, what about, where's the jury? Please explain this. And, you know, other people in other countries saying, you know, what is the role of the judge? What's the role of the assessor? So it is being explained to everybody what happens, and the public can see what happens. But on the other hand, it's become a bit of a media circus, according to some people, and hasn't it gone too far? I think it's a good thing that cases are televised, but there have to be certain controls. The issue of witnesses testifying and those that come after them seeing and hearing what those witnesses have to say could have an impact on cases. And some witnesses should not be televised or heard, for example, children or people who may be particularly vulnerable when they come and testify. Or maybe it's a case of high state security, where the security of the country is at serious risk, and it's felt that, you know, that case shouldn't be televised. But I think it has set a precedent going ahead, and yes, the world now can see what happens in our courts. But don't forget, we've got lots of other courts and lots of other cases, so maybe those cases also need to be televised, and the world needs to see what happens in some of the lower courts, for example, because there's been criticism of how certain magistrates and maybe even judges have dealt with certain cases. So, you know, if it's being televised, then I think everybody is at the top of their performance to make sure that they give everybody that's involved in the trial a fair trial in terms of our constitution.